What's going on, you guys? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division build video for you guys. It is 1.8.2 and I have seen more and more new and returning players. It is unbelievable, and now finally the DZs are getting packed. Well, just in time to show you guys what I would say. Let's see, so I showcased you guys what I thought was the best hybrid build in 1.8.1. So here is my 1.8.2 best hybrid. This is my favorite hybrid so far. If I find another one better, I might, make like a comparison video. But this by far is my favorite hybrid. Now, yes, if you guys are new to my channel and you watch all my videos consistently and consecutively, you will notice I love my two houses. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And I do keep the exact same pistol with Predatory. Now, I do have AR builds out there. You just need to go into my playlist or go into my previous videos and you will find them. I also have a damage to elites SMG build that I'm going to work on, and I'll show you guys at another time. Now, so no more talking, let's just get into this build. This is my 1.8.2 hybrid PvP Dark Zone build. I love this build. The power is amazing, and yes, you will still make them bleed. Now, before I get into all that, this is Kamikazevondoom. I do play for the Xbox, so hit me up on Xbox. I am making videos daily, so I am quite busy, but if you do see me online, hit me up with a message and I'll help you guys farm or do a little PvP. Now, this is a dual house. I have my primary is Deadly Vicious, secondary Deadly Unforgiving. Everyone knows as soon as you lose one of those health bars, your Vicious is inactive, then you turn on the Unforgiving Deadly. This is with my Deadly Vicious, maxed out 60 and 136. Now I switched to my Unforgiving Deadly, and I'm still at 50 and 136. I could change that up a little bit, but I do like the crits. The crits are nice. 50 and 60 is a big push for crit chance, but even with the Unforgiving on your side for that, it's an amazing combo. Now, the mods I am running on my two houses are all crit based, and you'll see why. I'm running a loud vent break for my muzzle, 19 on the crit damage, 6 on the headshot damage, and 3 on the crit chance. On my small grip underbarrel, I have the red with accuracy, 19 on the crit damage, and 5 on the reload speed. My extended mag has 118 on the mag size, 4 on the crit damage, and 3 on the crit chance. You guys can find extended mag with a little bit higher mag size, and if you do, I really highly recommend you hold on to it. And finally, a pro red dot sight with 19 on the crit damage, 3 on the crit chance, and 6 on the headshot damage. And let's do a random skin. Stop. Torn tape green. Alright. And for my secondary, this is another fully optimized house. I am running Deadly Unforgiving with the card counter, and here are the weapon mods. Again, loud vent break muzzle with 19 on the crit damage, 5 on the headshot damage, and 3 on the crit chance. I have a small grip for my underbarrel, 19 on the crit damage, 5 on the reload speed, and 2.5 for that stability. Again, the exact same extended mag, 118 on the mag size, 4 on the crit damage, 3 on the crit chance. And finally, a C79 scope with 19 on the crit damage, 3 on the crit chance, and 6 on the headshot damage. Now, if you guys want, I would also highly recommend you use a mini reflex sight. This is not a fully maxed out mini reflex sight, however, you will then see that it goes up to 54.5% 4% crit chance. And that is without any fierce, without vicious, nothing like that. That is on my deadly unforgiving. However, you did see that the crit damage lowers to 121. So, it's neither here nor there. I mean, if you want that extra 4% and you're taking away 16% on your crit damage, I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I'll stick with the C79 scope. Alright, and moving to the pistol, nothing special. It's a first wave X45. However, I highly recommend you guys get this talent right here, Predatory. Killing a target regenerates 35% of your health over 20 seconds. Therefore, it doesn't matter what you down that player with, a grenade, your primary, secondary, just when he's down on his knees, hit him with this pistol, you'll get that 35% health back, and you keep on trucking. Now, what makes this a special hybrid build is this backpack right here. This is an exotic, and they did rework it for all you returning players. Now, everyone knows that the NinjaBike messenger bag has been out since exotics have been out. However, they did rework the talent. So, again, for all you new and returning players, let's go over it. Your NinjaBike messenger bag slots in with any equipped gear set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. It can unlock multiple sets at the same time, however, it will not unlock the 5th or 6th classified gear set bonuses. So, with that being said, I am running 2 Banshee, 3 Predator's Mark. Therefore, with the NinjaBike bag, that is giving me 4 Pred and 3 Banshee. So, just looking at the Banshee real quick, if you go down to the set bonus, I have the 3rd set bonus unlocked. And while it's unlocked, let's go ahead and go through it. So for the Banshee, all I am worried about is that set bonus 3, that 10% damage to targets out of cover. So we get that with the NinjaBike messenger bag, and then also we unlock all 4 of the Predator's Mark set bonuses. Like it said, you cannot unlock set 5 and 6 with a NinjaBike messenger bag. However, what it does unlock is set bonus 2, 10% on your reload speed. Set bonus 3 gives you 8% damage on ARs and SMGs. And set bonus 4 gives you that talent Predator's Mark. Hit 10 shots without switching targets to make that target bleed for 50% of the damage already done by those bullets. So yes, you are making them bleed. It might be a baby bleed compared to all you 6-piece Preds out there. However, with that Banshee and the crits, it is still a pretty hefty bleed. Now, if you have run into me in the Dark Zone the last couple days, you will know I have been running this build, and it is a pretty fun build to run. So, go into, we've already gone through our weapons, and we've already gone through the talents and set bonuses. So let's get into the actual pieces themselves. Now, just off the bat, just by looking at it, you can see that my armor is maxed out. I have the 2003 on the vest, 1334 in the bag, 1001 for those 3, and then the 1668. So just to double check, you can see right here in survivability, 8008, that is your max armor. That gives you that 33.5% weapon mitigation. For any sort of hybrid or hexo build, I would highly recommend you optimize your gear. The weapon mitigation will matter when you're running these non-meta builds. Those strikers will keep hitting you. The chances are, if you have higher armor, higher toughness, you might survive a little bit more if you're not running a maxed out build. That's just my opinion, that's just my preference. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I just highly recommend just fully optimize your builds, guys. Utilize those shields, utilize those supply drops if you're a season pass holder, and utilize the Dark Zone. Get those div techs. Go to, incursions and legendaries give you exotic cash with div tech in it. Just optimize your gear and weapons, please. Now, Finishing out the actual gear itself, let's start off with the chest piece. I am running Banshee. It is fully optimized, rolled for stamina. Major attributes are health and exotic damage resilience, and the minor attribute is ammo. Now, this is not going to proc the Banshee, so when I go rogue, I'm not going to get any ammo back, so I highly recommend you guys have ammo under that minor attribute. Another thing, the EDR is questionable or optional for you guys. You can switch that out with whatever you want, whether it be skill haste or enemy armor damage, what have you. I just do that for grenades and bleeds, because if you guys know anything about 1.8.2 and my channel, you would know that the final measure is actually quite a contender. But with that, you're PvPing with all these final measures, so what do? They taunt you just by throwing grenades over and over and over. So you need that EDR. You go against all those Preds, you're going to start bleeding, you need that EDR. So that's just my little 2 cents on that. Alright, 2 mods I am running on the vest are 2 firearms mods, 1 for health and 1 for crit chance. I could spec more into crit chance, but I really don't have to. Like I showed you before, I already have 60 on my primary, and I have 54.5 on my secondary. I could bring that up a little bit more, but I would rather have a little more health. So, moving on to the NinjaBike bag. It is rolled for firearms. The major attribute is crit hit damage, and minor attribute is bleed resistance. You can have ammo capacity in there. Just for this build, I had to roll crit damage on there, so I had to stick with my bleed, which is just fine because all those Preds are out there, regardless of the fix. Now, the mods I'm running on the backpack are a firearms mod maxed out with crit chance, and 2 maxed out first aid self-heal mods. Moving down to the gloves, Predator's Mark. Rolled for firearms, major attributes are SMG crit damage and crit chance. That's what you'd call a god rolled for your SMGs. Go to the mask, also Predator's Mark, also rolled for stamina with crit chance and damage to elites. I would not change anything on this. I probably sound like a broken record, but especially in the dark zone, you need that damage to elites. Because you're going to get those runners. I like to start my manhunts and everything in DZ1 and work my way up. But some people like to start in like DZ5 and 6, which is fine. Or maybe they'll start at the park. But they're going to work their way up, and you're going to have all those elites on your ass. And the last thing you need is to worry about 2 elite shotgunners rushing you when you're trying to fight a manhunt group. So stack those damage to elites. Melt those elites real quick, turn back around, get back in the fight, and, have a nice day. Boom. And the mod on that mask is a stamina maxed out with crit chance. Go down the knee pads. Knee pads are Banshee. Rolled for firearms with crit damage. Right here I have bleed and disrupt resistance and damage to elites again. As previously mentioned. And we'll just stick with that. Now, the mods on the knee pads are stamina crit chance and a maxed out first aid self-heal mod. And finally, the holster. Predator's Mark holster. Fully optimized 1401 across the board with crit chance and a maxed out first aid self-heal mod. So, what makes this build so good? Well, let's get into the numbers, shall we? So the firearms, I am running just a little. This is what you would typically call a 7.6 build. If I switch one of my mods over, it'll be right at 7.6. What that means is I have at least 7,000 firearms and around 6,000 stamina. Right here, as you can see, I have 7,200 firearms and 58 stamina. And the electronics are bare bones at 2961. So, that being said, I have a primary DPS of 508,300 on my Deadly Vicious. On my Deadly Unforgiving, I have 476,785 DPS. However, my toughness is low for me. I like to have the 500 mark. And for me, this is a 500 and 461. So I am lacking a little bit in that toughness area. But it is a crit build, so wherever I have crits, I am usually sacrificing health, meaning the backpack and the knee pads. So finishing out the character sheet, let's get out of the sidearm. Alright, getting into the weapons, my base DPS for both of my houses are at 23.2k. For my Deadly Vicious, 6136. Headshot damage is at 62%. My damage to elites for the build is at 28%, which is amazing. You will see the damage being done to those NPCs are way higher opposed to not having any damage to elites. Highly recommend it, guys. Foot stomping, I'm winking, I'm coughing. Please get damage to elites. Alright, and survivability, the health is at 306,000. Not that great, but it could be worse, and the armor is maxed out at 8,008. So, let's go into the abilities and the talents. So right now I am running the booster with the immune and recovery. I personally rock either recovery or survivor, and you will know that if you watch all my builds. So for the talents, as you guys know, it is 1.8.2, and this is technically a Predator hybrid. So I do have Shrapnel for that bleed, and I do have Adrenaline for other Predators, and then of course I rock the Combat Medic to help my buddies out, and the Critical Save. And there you guys have it. This is the Pred-Shee, I guess you could call it. Or let's call it the Banshee's Mark. I personally like the Banshee's Mark better, but Pred-Shee I think is what all the people are talking. But anyways, it's your boy Kamikazevondoom here, and this is your max crit hybrid Banshee's Mark build for your 1.8.2. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you guys see me in the Dark Zone or anywhere else, hit me up. Let's squad up. Unless I'm running solo with my Nomad, then I'm sorry. But alright, you guys, gameplay will come for all my gameplay videos. I'll put the links in the description, and vice versa for the build videos. If you guys are new, smash that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We are on that road to the Division 2. Let's go! See you guys. Peace.